Yeah, this really was anticipated. This was in the forecast from the Hurricane Center, and so it's not at all surprising. We think it's probably going to begin to get involved with dry air out to about 4 to 5 days, and so that's probably going to kill this thing before it gets anywhere near the U.S. So here's the overview right now. We're looking at two systems. One is this brand new tropical storm Erin, which will move off towards the west, a little north of west, and again probably have a pretty difficult time as it gets nearer the islands there. Then here is Invest 92L. We are still awaiting the update from the Hurricane Center as far as the outlook is concerned. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the numbers down just a little bit in terms of the probability of this thing developing, just because it really has been struggling in the last several hours here. Right now they're giving it an 80% chance of developing within the next 5 days. But not only is it not looking very good right now, the global models are really stretching this thing out over the next couple of days, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. There is a little more in the way of thunderstorm activity now on the west side. There appears to be a circulation here, but we don't have any evidence of that. We don't know exactly what's going on at the surface there. And what we're really lacking, or what we certainly have been lacking through the course of the overnight, is deep thunderstorms near the center of the circulation. That's one of the requirements for a tropical depression, is to have persistent thunderstorms right about that center. We just have not been seeing that. So we do know that a lot of tropical moisture is going to be coming up and into a good part of the southeast. On that point, we feel fairly confident. So it's going to be very wet indeed across a lot of the southeast. One thing I want to show you is something called vorticity, or spin, in the atmosphere. So here we are looking at this upper level low that's in place. It's starting to pull some of that moisture northward already. And notice how a lot of the energy gets drawn up into the southeast. So there's that feed of moisture that's occurring right there. Well, a little piece of it may be left behind and move out to the west across the Yucatan and into the southern Gulf of Mexico. So there may be something that develops in the southern part of the Gulf of Mexico, but that will likely move into Mexico. So the whole thing gets then pulled apart, and it just does not look like it's going to present a serious threat in terms of anything other than heavy rain. Which
we're definitely keeping an eye on, because it's so saturated in the southeast that anything additional tropical moisture would just be a pain.
That's going to be a huge worry through the weekend, no doubt.
Right.
Yeah.